I was a special agent in the Air Force, and I went to the Federal Law Enforcement Training Academy, and there we had a lot of federal agents that were just trying to get back to the South in the twilight of their careers. And so we had a lot of really funny characters, and they had these wonderful accents. And I specifically remember this firearms instructor that had he wasn't even a person. He was a caricature. He's not even real. I think he's a figment of my imagination at this point. But he had these wonderful sayings. He had this wonderful accent. And, you'd be on the firing line and something would jam, something would mess up, and you could feel him like over your shoulder, and you knew like, oh shit, what's coming? I'm messing up. He's going to say something. And so part of you was a little sweaty and scared, and part of you was a little excited because he was about to say some funny stuff. So your gun's jamming, and he'd come up and he'd be like, that's what the FBI would call a clue, right? And so then you start figuring out what's wrong, you fix it, you fire off, and he's like, come on, sunshine, come on, cupcake. And so we're going to call this segment, that's what the FBI would call a clue. We're going to go over some red flags, and right now, funds are the flavor of the week. So we're going to do 3 red flags for funds, all right? Red flag number 1, they don't have a PPM, a private placement memorandum. Run. That's what the FBI would call a clue that you do not have a professional investor, a professional fund manager, or a legitimate fund in the first place. Number 2, a lack of focus on asset classes and exit strategies. If one week they're doing single family, the next week they're giving you an offer for multifamily. They also want to do co-living. They also want to do residential assisted living. Like, no, absolutely not. Run. Red flag number 3, no track record. It does not have to be perfect, but you have to have one. They have to be open and honest about how things have gone when they've gone wrong. Did they communicate with their investors? Were there any good outcomes for their investors? Like, let's talk about your track record. All right, so if you like this segment, let me know, because I got red flags for days, and the FBI's got a whole bunch of clues that we can start walking through.